Every once in a while, a story comes along that feels straight out of a movie. A mix of fame, ambition, vulnerability, and heartbreak that unfolds in front of millions. That's exactly what happened when Yo Gotti, the Memphis rapper known for turning the grind into gold, publicly professed his crush on Angela Simmons, daughter of hip-hop royalty. But what started as a lyrical fantasy eventually turned into a real-life relationship, and later, a very public unraveling. This is the story of how one of hip-hop's boldest love confessions turned from a dream into a drama that no one saw coming. Back in 2015, Yo Gotti wasn't just riding the wave of his music career. He was setting it on fire. And in the middle of his rising fame, he dropped a track that would make cultural waves in a very personal way. In Down the DM, he rapped one of the most memorable bars of the decade. "I just followed Angela Simmons / boy. I got a crush on Angela Simmons / they like. Dan Gotti, you bold." And he was bold. That bar wasn't just a passing mention. It was a full-blown confession broadcasted to the world. It immediately sent the internet into a frenzy. Social media exploded with reactions, speculation, and fan-fueled curiosity. Was he serious? Was it just for clout? Or was Gotti really crushing on her that hard? For Angela Simmons, the moment became instantly iconic, but she didn't respond in the way fans might have hoped. At the time, Angela was focused on building her own brand and reputation. She wasn't just Rev Run's daughter anymore. She was a businesswoman, reality TV personality, and a symbol of grace in a messy industry. In interviews, she stayed classy and kept it real. She admitted she admired Gotti's confidence, but made it clear she wasn't looking to date just anyone. Angela had shared openly that she believed in waiting for marriage and wasn't giving her heart or body away lightly. So while Gotti's lyrics captured the internet's imagination, Angela kept her distance, emotionally and physically. Then, in 2016, everything changed. Angela announced her engagement to Sutton Tennyson, a businessman from Atlanta. Fans were stunned. One moment she was being rapped about in songs, the next she was flashing an engagement ring and expecting a child. It felt like Gotti's shot had missed, and the game was over. The rapper who put his heart on the line publicly now had to watch from the sidelines as the woman he admired built a family with someone else. But instead of lashing out or throwing shade, Gotti did what artists do. He went back to the studio. In 2017, he released Say It For Me, another track filled with emotion and again referenced Angela. Despite everything, he still had feelings. The love hadn't died. If anything, it was evolving. He was still holding on. But life has its own rhythm, and it doesn't always follow the beat we expect. Later in 2017, Angela and Sutton broke off their engagement. It wasn't a scandalous split. It was a quiet, painful parting. In interviews that followed, Angela revealed the truth. She wasn't happy. She had tried to make the relationship work, especially for the sake of their child. But deep down, she knew something wasn't right. That honesty struck a chord with many women who'd been through the same, trying to force a family to work out of love, out of fear, out of duty. Angela's vulnerability made her even more relatable, even more human. Then, in November 2018, tragedy struck. Sutton Tennyson was shot and killed outside his home in Atlanta. According to reports, he was involved in an argument with another man in his driveway when things escalated into gunfire. He was hit multiple times and died on the scene. The news sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community. Angela, now a single mother mourning the father of her child, shared an emotional tribute online that broke hearts across the world. She lost her co-parent, her ex-partner, and the man tied forever to her child's life. For Gotti, who had long stayed quiet during her personal struggles, this was a moment of respectful distance. He didn't insert himself into the narrative. He let Angela grieve in peace. In the years that followed, Angela focused on healing. She stayed out of high-profile relationships and instead poured her energy into raising her son and building her businesses. Gotti, meanwhile, continued evolving as an artist and entrepreneur. But fans never forgot that famous bar. It remained etched in hip-hop memory as one of the boldest romantic plays in rap history. And eventually, almost unexpectedly, it paid off. In early 2023, Angela Simmons posted a photo with Yo Gotti, confirming what fans had speculated for years. The fantasy had become reality. They were officially a couple. The internet exploded. People called it manifestation. They said Gotti had spoken his love into existence, and after nearly a decade, he got the girl. From rap lyrics to real-life romance, it felt like a fairy tale. The two were seen on red carpets, vacationing together, posting sweet messages online. Gotti showered Angela with gifts. They looked happy, united, unstoppable. But behind the scenes, the picture-perfect love story had flaws, ones that couldn't be filtered out with cute captions. Soon, rumors of financial trouble began swirling around Angela. In mid-2023, reports surfaced that her landlord had filed a lawsuit against her, claiming she owed $48,000 in unpaid rent. More stories followed, suggesting Angela was living far beyond her means. Speculation grew that Gotti was covering the costs, and fans began questioning the financial dynamics of the relationship. Even the luxury car Angela gifted Gotti became a point of drama, with some claiming it had been purchased on a payment plan rather than bought outright. These details, though speculative, started to paint a different picture. Was this really love, or was someone being used? Then came the infidelity rumors. Just like the story began, DMs came back into play. Sources alleged that Gotti was messaging other women, including a woman known online as Nurse, who just so happened to be a former friend of Angela's. According to gossip blogs, Gotti was even seen in Las Vegas with this woman while Angela was nowhere in sight. The betrayal, if true, wasn't just romantic, it was personal. It was messy. It brought the story full circle in a painful way. But the drama didn't stop there. In early 2024, Gotti's older brother, Anthony Big Jook Mims, a major player in the CMG label, was shot and killed outside a Memphis restaurant. Rumors quickly linked the shooting to ongoing street beefs tied to the 2021 murder of young Dolph, Gotti's longtime rival. Some even alleged that Big Jook had played a role in orchestrating that hit, offering up a $100,000 bounty to eliminate Dolph and strengthen CMG's hold on the Memphis music scene. Whether true or not, the streets were talking. And for Angela, the danger felt all too familiar. She had already lost one partner to gun violence, and now she was dating someone whose life was entangled in similar threats. Despite the chaos, Gotti and Angela kept up appearances. They were still posting together, attending events, holding hands, and smiling for the cameras. But beneath the surface, things were unraveling. At the same time, another woman in Gotti's orbit was rising fast, Glorilla. After her breakout hit FNF went viral, she signed with CMG in 2022 and instantly became a priority. Gotti rolled out the red carpet, a private jet signing, a bag stuffed with $500,000 in cash, a custom CMG chain, and a luxury Maybach SUV. Later, she showed off even more gifts, channel bags, high-end clothes, and a kind of attention that didn't go unnoticed. Fans began speculating that Gotti's energy had shifted. The same affection and spotlight he once poured into Angela now seemed focused on Glorilla. And while there's no official word on anything more than business between the two, the optics had people talking. Meanwhile, Gotti and Angela slowly began disappearing from each other's social media feeds. No photos, no posts, no captions. The silence became deafening. Now, in 2025, there has still been no official statement from either party. No breakup announcement. No public drama. But their story, which once lit up timelines and headlines, has quietly gone dark. What started as a fantasy, a rapper dreaming about a woman from afar, became a reality. But that reality proved messier, harder, and more complex than anyone expected. So the question remains, was it real love? Or was it just the idea of love? A fantasy crafted in lyrics, stretched by time, and ultimately broken by reality. Yo Gotti dreamed out loud and got what he always wanted. But dreams don't always hold up when tested by money, fame, betrayal, and real-life struggles. Let us know what you think. Was this one of hip-hop's greatest love stories, or just another case of obsession mistaken for love? Drop your thoughts in the comments.